Today in class, I introduced to all of you the concept of probability. As you did your letter search, you were all able to discover which letters are the most commonly used in the English language. In this video, I want to show you a couple of other ways probability can be used. You may not think you use the word or concept of probability very much in your day-to-day activities, but I bet you do more than you think. For instance, I'm sure you have used these words, lucky, chances, likely, odds, to describe the probability of something occurring. Boy, I was sure lucky I did not get hit by the baseball during the game. What are the chances she will come to the party? Is it likely the package will come today? What are the odds he will win the tournament? Now let's look at ways probability is used. What is the probability of getting a Z in my soup? What is the probability of hitting the bullseye? What is the probability of tossing a heads? What is the probability of rain? Let's review some of our words and definitions. Probability measures how likely it is that an event will occur. Experiment, a method used to collect information. Simple event, the most basic outcome of an experiment. Sample space, all possible simple events for a single experiment. For our first example, let's look at using one dice. What is the possibility of rolling a 6? There are only 6 ways to roll one dice. We want a 6, so the probability is 1 out of 6. What is the probability of getting 2 6s using 2 die? There are 36 ways to roll 2 die. We want a 6 on one and a 6 on the other, so the probability is 1 out of 36. What is the probability of the sum of the 2 die equal 7? Again, there are only 36 ways to roll 2 die. We want their sum to be 7. There are only 6 ways this can happen, so the probability of this happening is 6 out of 36, or 1/6. Let's look at combining events using the word or and. What is the probability that either the dice total 6 or at least 1 5 appears? The probability of the dice totaling 6 is 5 out of 36. The probability of at least 1 5 appearing is 11 out of 36. Combination of one or the other happening is when we add them together. 5 over 36 plus 11 over 36 equals 1636, which can be reduced to 4/9. What's the probability of using and? What is the probability of one dice totaling 6 and at least 1 5 appearing? The probability that the dice total 6 is 5 out of 36, and out of those dice, 1 5 appearing is 2 out of 5. By multiplication, 5 over 36 times 2 over 5, we get 1/18. The probability of both events happening is 1 over 18. Here is your assignment for the week. Think of a situation where you could incorporate probability reasoning. Your grades, sports, the weather. What facts did you have to gather? Were you able to predict the outcome? Here is a page for your parents to go to get some probability help. In class today, we looked at letter frequency of the English language. Attached is a link to see letter frequencies of different languages. The problem that I used of probability was number one, which letter? The letter that's most commonly used in the English language. I differentiated my video by allowing the students to revisit the concept of probability. I included some words that are more familiar for them to work with, such as lucky and odds and the chances are, so that they could go back to their basic knowledge. I revisited some of the terms that they would have heard in class today as I went over the lesson. I provided some additional YouTube links that can help them as well as their parents understand some of the concepts maybe they didn't get in class. I used a slide presentation explaining other ways probability can be used using dice. For the higher achievers, I brought in the concept of combinations using the term or and and. I also want the students to be hypervigilant of the word probability now. And as they are going about their daily activities this week, I want them to listen for the phrases lucky, odds, chances, and to work on a paper where they can go ahead and see how that may be situation, maybe their grades or sports game that they went to, can work out to be a probability problem.